Hey Aries, this is your 2017 tarot reading. Today we're going to use Oracle and Tarot decks, okay? And just to keep in mind, this is a general reading, so it's not everything's going to be for everybody, but there will be something for everyone. And you can check out your moon sign and your ascendant sign to widen your scope on your reading. And also, if you would like a private reading, you can reach me at facebook.com/hippiechicktarot, and we can chat there for more information. All right, so your first card is your influence. Okay, we're going to go over these in just a second. How you're influencing the world in 2017. How you're acting, how you're vibing. Okay. Okay. And your challenge. So we have influence, spiritual wisdom. This one's coming out for you. And your challenge. Sorry, normally it doesn't take me that long to shuffle, but it really wasn't coming out that easy. Okay, let's talk about these, shall we? And then we'll pull some tarot cards. So your first one is your influence here. And it says, I listen to the intent behind words. Okay? So this is how you're vibing, how you're influencing others. It says, I listen to the intent behind words. So what does that mean? That means you try to feel into it, right? Feel into what the vibe is along with the words that come along. There's no way to know for sure, but you're feeling into it. You're trusting yourself, okay? So automatically you're giving off this vibe of self-confidence. And people are going to trust you. If you trust yourself, people are going to trust you. Okay? And you're already using wisdom here, okay? So when I open myself to the truth and really listen, I understand the intent of the message. I feel the truth behind the words. The words lose their value, and only thing that remains is the truth. I'll let you look at that, and you can pause it if you want to read it. All right. So this is like opening yourself to the truth and really listening, really listening. Not thinking about what you're going to say in reaction to it. Not deciding in your head and heart how you feel about it when you hear it. But really listening to it and hearing it and letting it process. Okay? Without being defensive and blaming the person that's giving the message. Okay? This is opening yourself up to the truth and really listening. It says, I understand the intent of the message. I feel the truth behind the words. The words lose their value, and the only thing that remains is the truth. Right? So somebody could say something like, I ate a hot dog. Or somebody could say, I ate a hot dog. You know, and you're going to think the person who said it more intensely ate it more, or ate it faster, or did something more. You know, there's always that feeling behind it. And so you really are trying to like get rid of the words and the letters and the grammar and the sounds, and really trying to get behind the energy of it. Okay, so how is this important for how you're influencing? It's wisdom, it's discernment, and it's making no room for communicatory mistakes. No deciding, you know, that someone, because they text you something and it came across as a certain way, you know, now you're not going to speak to them for a month because, you know, no, this is the wisdom to go beyond the words. So the bare truth to bear it all and say, did you mean that this way? You know, clarification. Not letting any unnecessary burdens repeat into cycles for you. Okay? Spiritual wisdom. This is the first time I've ever drawn this card in a reading. It's 52, and normally, let me show you what other ones look like in this. Okay? This one, so they're all different fools, okay? And fools don't mean idiots. Fools mean like the Fool's Journey, okay? Like the tarot, okay? And it's called the Fool's Wisdom. And normally the cards look like this, like the Power of Fool, and it would say the Fool's Wisdom, to call upon divine power. You need to find, you know, and I would talk about that. And you guys got the last one. You got the Empty Fool. Okay? And this card, believe it or not, is the best one. And because what this means is the spiritual wisdom and advice for you is to take the reins, is to not overthink, overanalyze, underdo, overdo, not hold in store pain, no vacancies on, you know, negativity, meaning you won't harbor and hold any pain and negativity. You're not making the space for it. You only have space for positivity, and positivity is always moving, okay? Positive energy always needs an outlet, okay? And negative energy likes to dwindle and dwell and, you know, kind of like only builds on itself, and it causes itself, and it kind of manifests like that. Well, positive energy moves through and has an outlet, okay? And it goes quicker. So to have the Empty Fool here, it's kind of like be a vessel of positive energy, because there's nothing that Spirit wants to tell you to do more of this, less of this, don't be like this, do be like this, consider this, think about this when you do this action. No. This is saying simply be an open vessel for positivity, okay? Allow positive things in your life, because you don't have any room for negative or pain, okay? You might finally get the chance to heal. You might finally get the chance to flood your system with so much positive energy that everything residually heals itself within you, okay? And your challenge is sleep on it. Number 5, things are changing. A change is coming your way, and you're not sure about it at first. You don't know how it feels in your heart. I mean, you know how it feels, but you don't really know how it's going to feel when it happens. So you're thinking about it. You're in the thinking stages. And because that's a challenge, you're really going to, you're going to need some time to think. You don't want to say the wrong thing. You don't want to do the wrong thing. And it might be one of those situations where you've been anticipating something, and then when it happens, you don't know how to react to it, you know, so you just need a break. Or this could be like a big change in your life, and something that's sensitive for you, or something that caused you a lot of pain before, and now it's creeping up on you, you have to deal with it again. So it's like your challenge is not to react negatively. It's to let positive energy go through, feel through it, right? And see people's intent behind their words, you know? And maybe whenever this comes up, you'll know it, because it's something serious, and it's something you don't want to react good or bad, or you don't want to, you know, make the wrong move. It's going to feel like that. So you're just going to sleep on it. It's going to feel like you're going to want to make the wrong move. You're going to want to be negative. It's going to feel like you don't want to do that, though. You know, you don't want to be negative, but if you know if you say something, it'll come out the wrong way. You just need to sleep on it and see how you feel the next day. Something might catch one of you guys by surprise, and you just don't even react. You just got to sleep on it. You just got to rest, relax, and once you sleep and relax and just let it marinate for a little while, you'll feel better about it. And you'll be getting help, you know, from the universe along the way for energy and positivity, okay? Understanding. But it's going to be changes. So whenever the changes come along for you, you know, just sleep on them. If they don't feel comfortable, and even if they're the type of changes where you're like, no, you know, just sleep on it. Try to let a few good nights of sleep help you to decipher your feelings, okay? All right, so we got 7 of Cups for the first quarter of the year. Okay. Okay, we got Strength. I'm just waiting for one to pop out at me. Okay. Okay. And the Sun. Okay. So we got some big cards. For only pulling 4 cards, having 2 majors and, you know, some significant minors. It's pretty interesting. Now, with the 7 of Cups in the first quarter, okay, it's like you might have to make some quick decisions. You're not going to know how you feel about it. Okay, so here we go with the sleep on it. Okay, you may have too many choices. That could be another thing why you can't decide. Okay, too many options. You know, you might offer something and then get too many responses and not be able to handle all the workload, or get too many responses on something, too many work bids, or, you know, something like that. And with the 7 of Cups, it's kind of like, you know, it's almost like you're getting lost in the daydreaming of what ifs, and you're seeing good and bads and all your choices, and you just getting to the point where you don't know which way's up, which way's down. You're feeling like that overtired feeling when you're up for 36 hours. You know what I'm talking about? And you get like that spinny kind of weird. It's like that disillusionment from all the choices. Sometimes too much choice. You just got to wipe it clean, sleep on it, you know. And then by the morning, maybe, you know, say you have 7 choices, it's down to 3, you know, because you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, though that one, that one, that one, and that one, no way. You know, I thought about it and just not realistic. And then you'll sleep on it again. And then maybe, you know, you'll be able to narrow it down. But this is a time of deciding what's right for you. Okay, the 7 of Cups is knowing how you feel, and what you allow. Okay, you have to be able to get to a point where you're honest with yourself enough to know, you know, what's really a good choice for you. So you have to be able to know what fits for your energy, what fits for your life, what fits for your family's life, and what's realistic and what's an illusion, okay? And once you get it down, the answer is going to come very clear, and it may go with some opposition. You may have to make some hard choices in the first 3 months. You may have to remove some things from your life that you don't want to remove, or that people around you are going to, you know, kind of buck you on for removing, but you know that it'll be better for you in the long run. I feel like some of you are going to be you know, put in charge of things that you don't really want to be in charge of, and, you know, you kind of have other people's best interests at stake here, and you're put in charge of it, okay? So it's kind of like they're loved ones, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to be making these decisions, okay? It seems like a really burdened task at hand, and trying to choose between the illusion, because there's so much illusion, okay? Now this could be choosing, you know, what feelings are valid and what feelings are, you know, illusions, or misplaced feelings, or, you know, stored up feelings, negative feelings bouncing around, and that, you know, carry around, you know. It's like you have to sift through it in the best way that you can without allowing it to cause anxiety, fear, or defense, you know, and or without allowing, if it's about, you know, things you're removing that are painful, or that you're sifting through that come up that are painful from your past or something, you know, these are things that you need to remove. These are things that the burden of it is coming on you strong because you're the one that has to deal with it over again, okay? So it's like, don't go through it again halfway and then not process it so that you have to come back around and make these hard decisions again and then go through it again. It's like, you know, it's kind of like you want to consolidate your past, right? Into one understandable lesson book instead of the Pain Saga Volume 9. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like reconciling your past, because some of these choices that you'll be making are going to really make your future a beautiful place. And they really have the potential for you to do big things with your ability and your like knack for showing up at just the right time. It's like things just show up for just the right time, and it's based on good judgment a lot of times with you. Things like I guess the best way to describe that would be like you would be the one that would take the rare opportunity and it would work out, okay? Whereas somebody else would take that opportunity and it would blow up in their face, you know? You take it, you get a good feeling for it, and it works out for you, okay? So it's like trust your gut on your decisions, okay? Second quarter, strength. You're getting you know, you might, like I said, you might have some backlash for some choices you make and things you decide against, and some decisions that you make in your life. And, you know, you're kind of like gotten a tough skin. I think this is the time that in the second quarter where you're really going to be reflecting on how far you've come and everything that you've learned and how much power it's given you versus who you were before you made these decisions, who you were before, you know, you were forced to serve, you know, like the strength card is surviving, like not even surviving, but thriving in a place where other people couldn't even survive, okay? So, most people, they would be lunch, right? So, in a very real way, you kind of made lemonade out of lemons. This is like taking a bad situation and becoming the queen of that land, okay? Being thrown into a bad land and becoming the queen of that land. So this is really like making what you have beautiful no matter what you're given. You just integrate it and make it into your new beautiful life and your new beautiful story, okay? In the third quarter, we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so this is what you believe about your wounds. Okay, this is growing beyond your wounds. Okay, so a lot of times, you know, once the scabs grow over and heal over, you know, you look back and you're like, okay, I'm not, now that's physically healed, but now I need to, you know, it's physically like say a relationship for some of you. This could be like a relationship is over and it's physically healed, but, you know, I mean, it's physically dissolved, but now you need to heal emotionally from it. So this is like, but it's swords, right? So it's like thinking about your heartbreak, thinking about your heartache. Maybe that's why you don't want to make choices, because you need to sleep on it, because maybe, you know, you were kind of dumped into the wasteland, and you became the king or queen of that area. Now you're like the strength, okay, the powerful, strong, strength lady, okay, or man, okay, and then all of a sudden, you know, the person who threw you in there comes back in your life, and you have to decide, do you want him in your life or not? You gotta sleep on it, you know. You don't know. You gotta heal past your wounds, your physical wounds, okay. This is what you think about how you feel, okay. This is healing beyond your wounds, okay. Growth beyond your wounds, growing past your wounds. So it's not, oh, look at my boo-boo. You know how a little kid will show you their elbow, and they'll show everyone their little scraped up elbow, and then it, you know, pretty soon it's gone, and they're not showing anyone anymore, and you know, it's just not existent. It's a non-thing. It's a no thingness, and so this is all about healing, and really, like, you know, letting things drop off and go away. So remember, you're gonna have this positive energy running through you. Okay, so this anxiety about making decisions, positive energy, sleep on it, the right answers will come to you. You have had to overcome some things, and there, you know, parts of those things are culminating for you now emotionally, and you've had to have strength to overcome it. So again, give it some time. Let it resonate. You overcame it. You poured positive energy into it and became the queen, okay, or king. Then you're growing beyond your wounds. You're the little kid who doesn't remember the boo-boo anymore on their elbow, okay? Because at first, when you go through pain, it's like all you can think about, all you can talk about, and then it lasts, you know. But once it's finally done, you know, like a relationship for some of you, this is going to be a long-term partnership. For some of you, this is going to be, you know, finding out maybe about something that happened years previous. Okay, old news, but it still hurts. Like moving past what happened to you in the past. Moving past things that hurt you before. Okay, in the fourth quarter, you have the sun. And I want to say, now I've done so many readings, but in the past week, but I want to say your January, you got the sun too. Okay, and it's going to be a real nice time for you in the time of the sun, because once you move past your wounds, you're going to feel lighter, and that positive energy is just going to flow right through you, and you're going to be able to kind of have something that you can really kind of manipulate and form into something really, really beautiful in your life, like a place when you used to feel like an emptiness and a void. You're gonna feel like it's fruitful and full of life, full of energy, full of light. Okay, and you're gonna feel excited for the next day, and you're gonna feel like maybe once, like when whatever this pain from your past that you've overcome is, and then, you know, you've had to really be strong. I feel like this is multiple situations that have happened just your whole life. You know, we all have these ins, outs, ups and downs, okay? But you kind of, you got the short end of the stick on some things, the real bad side of it, and you kind of made the best you could out of it, okay? And you did a good job. And now it's time to move past and grow, you know, over your wounds, okay? And be stronger for it, okay? And that's going to make everything so much better. This is like the year of resolve for you, Aries. You have to decide what someone's true, genuine feelings are and intent is, because your gut knows it. It's just a matter of, will your mind allow you to believe what your gut already knows. Okay? And that's your reading. I hope you guys have a wonderful year, and I will see you in February. Bye-bye.